Imagine this: she tilts her head, brushes her hair back, and locks eyes with you for just a little too long. Is it just polite conversation? Or is there something deeper going on? Here's what most men don't realize. When a woman does these 10 subtle things, she might already be picturing you without clothes. This isn't just guesswork. The signs we're decoding today are backed by experts, like ex-FBI agent Joe Navarro, who spent his career mastering body language. What everybody is saying: Stella Belmer, a pro at breaking down women's unspoken cues. Read her signs. And David Givens, an anthropologist who studied the body language of attraction for decades, love signals. Ready to unlock her hidden signals? Let's get into it. 1. The extended gaze. Let's start with something you can't miss: her eyes. If she's holding your gaze a little longer than usual, it's not just a friendly coincidence. According to what everybody is saying, extended eye contact is a sign of curiosity and heightened interest. It's all in the limbic system, our brain's primal control center. When she's attracted, her pupils dilate and her gaze becomes more intense. Add a playful smile or an eyebrow raise to the mix. That's her way of signaling you've got my attention. But here's a bonus insight: if she keeps sneaking glances at you and quickly looks away when you catch her, that's your brain doing overtime to mask her attraction. Don't ignore these little moments. Women rarely maintain prolonged eye contact with someone they're not into. To the lip touch or bite. Now, let's talk about something even simpler. But just as telling her lips. When she's touching her lips, biting them, or applying gloss mid-conversation, it's a subconscious way of drawing your attention to them. According to Read Her Signs, a woman's lips are one of the most sensual parts of her body, and emphasizing them is her way of cranking up the chemistry. Think of it this way: the lip bite or touch is her version of a neon flashing sign. Look here. And if she smiles at you immediately she's throwing in a double signal. Pro tip: don't just focus on her lips. Pay attention to her timing. If she emphasizes her mouth during pauses in your conversation, she's likely imagining you doing more than just talking. 3. Adjusting her appearance. Ever notice her fixing her hair, straightening her clothes, or even sneaking a glance at her reflection? While you're talking, these aren't just random movements. They are powerful signals of attraction. Love Signals calls this preening behavior an unconscious habit women use to enhance their appearance when they're drawn to someone. Here's a breakdown. Brushing her hair back exposes her face, signaling vulnerability and openness. Adjusting her neckline or playing with draws your attention to her chest and collarbones. Even something as subtle as smoothing her dress way of saying, "Do I look good for you?" It's not just about vanity. It's evolutionary. She's biologically wired to present her best self to someone she finds desirable, but it doesn't stop there. If she tilts her head slightly while adjusting herself, she's signaling trust and curiosity. It's a subtle yet powerful cue, so pay attention to these small but significant movements. For mirroring your body language. Now here's one most guys overlook: body mirroring. Have you ever leaned forward during a conversation only to notice she leans forward too? Or cross your legs and suddenly she does the same? This isn't a coincidence. It's a psychological phenomenon known as mirroring. What everybody is saying: mirroring is a subconscious way people build connection and rapport. Think of it as her way of saying, "I'm in sync with you." The human brain craves connection. And when we're attracted to someone, we instinctively align our movements with theirs. It's a dance of sorts. And if you spot her mirroring your posture, gestures, or even the pace of your breathing, she's likely feeling a strong attraction. Here's a bonus: if she mirrors your smile, she's matching your energy. Another clear sign of chemistry. 5. The neck exposed. 8. Let's talk about vulnerability. If she tilts her head to the side, brushes her hair away, or exposes her neck while talking to you, it's more than just a casual move. Love Signals highlights the neck as one of the most vulnerable and sensual areas of the body, exposing it is an ancient sign of trust and attraction. Here's the psychology behind it. By revealing her neck, she's subconsciously showing comfort and openness. This move often goes hand in hand and with playful laughter, deep sustained eye contact. And it's not just about the neck. Notice how she holds her posture. If her shoulders are relaxed and she leans slightly toward you, it's her way of inviting you into her space. Want a pro tip? Pay attention to when this happens. If she exposes her during moments of shared laughter, or as the conversation gets more personal, she's signaling interest in a deeper connection, both emotional and physical. 6. The playful tease. Let's dive into the realm of humor and wit. If she's playfully teasing you, mocking your outfit, joking about how much you work out, or giving you a hard time about a silly habit, this isn't just casual banter. According to Read Her Signs, teasing is often a veiled form of flirting. It's her way of testing your reactions while creating a fun, intimate dynamic. Now here's where it gets interesting. The tone matters. If she's pairing her teasing with laughter, light touches on your arm, or playful smirks, she's building a rapport that goes beyond friendship. These moments are designed to lower defenses and create a relaxed connection. So the next time she jokingly calls you out for being too confident, remember it's not just what she's saying, but how she's saying it. 7. Touching herself innocently. Okay. Don't let your imagination run wild. When I say she's touching herself, I'm talking about those subtle movements, playing with her hair, stroking her neck, or adjusting her jewelry. According to what everybody is saying, these gestures are what psychologists call displacement activities, often signaling nervous energy caused by attraction. Here's how to spot it. Is she twirling her hair while listening to you? That's not boredom, it's her mind signaling interest. Playing with her necklace, she's drawing attention to her chest, whether consciously or not. And when she lightly touches her collarbone or neck while holding eye contact with you, it's a double signal. Sensuality and trust wrapped into one. The next time you see her doing this, observe her timing. If these gestures come right after you've said something funny or engaging, her subconscious is working overtime to show you. She's hooked. 8. Leaning in and closing the distance. Physical space speaks louder than words. If she consistently finds ways to close the distance between you, leaning in while you're talking, rushing past you accidentally, or standing closer than necessary, she's definitely trying to connect. Love signals identifies proximity as one of the most telling signs of attraction. Here's a tip. Pay attention to her body language in a group setting. If she suddenly shifts her position to stand near to you or angles her body in your direction, it's a calculated move. Women don't just invade personal space unless they feel comfortable or intrigued, and when she leans in during conversation, she's signaling that you've captured her interest. Watch for lingering moments. Does she stay close even when the conversation naturally pauses? If so, she's not just being polite. She's enjoying your presence. 9. Her body points toward you. This one's subtle but incredibly reliable. When a woman is into you, her body naturally aligns with yours. What everybody is saying describes this as body orientation, a subconscious way of showing focus and connection. Here's how it works. If her feet, knees, or shoulders are pointed toward you, even when she's talking to someone else, you're her priority. Body language experts note that people instinctively orient themselves toward who they find most interesting. And if her posture is open, uncrossed arms, relaxed shoulders, she's signaling comfort and attraction. Pro tip: this sign is most noticeable in social settings. If her body points toward you while her attention appears elsewhere, you've captured her subconscious interest. 10. The big freeze. Finally, let's talk about one of the most overlooked signs. The freeze. Picture this. You catch her off guard by saying something unexpectedly charming, and she pauses mid-movement or sentence. This isn't hesitation, it's her brain recalibrating. Read Her Signs explains that momentary freezes when someone is processing a emotional or physical reaction. Think about it. If she suddenly stops fiddling with her phone, her drink, or even her hair, the moment you enter the room or speak to her, you've interrupted her thoughts. This is especially telling if she pairs it with prolonged eye contact or a slight blush. It's her body's way of betraying her internal attraction. Here's a bonus: if she quickly resumes activity, but with a brighter smile or more enthusiasm, she's masking her nervous excitement. Catch these moments. They're like little windows into her unspoken feelings. Now that you've unlocked these signs, it's time to take your game to the next level. Don't miss out. Subscribe to After School Psychology for more insider tips and tricks to decode her thoughts. Got a story or moment that clicked after hearing this? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experience.